Hey guys, I'm Crypto Spook,
And I'm SirJeffers.
and today we're bringing you a game called Kim?
It's Kim, yeah.
Like Kim, Kim, like a girl's name?
It's actually a really popular name in India.
So this is like a really common name for guys in India?
Yeah. And I have a cousin named Kim, thank you very much. What are you trying to say?
I've never heard of it. I mean, given that I've never been to India, it just seems like a very feminine name, but I guess that's just my Yankee coming through.
I'll let you slide this time.
So this looks like a top-down, side-scrollery sort of. I guess it's not side-scroller, so once you get into a level, is the entire level contained on one screen?
Yeah, pretty much. If you look on any corner of the screen, you'll see these little, they look like pegs or little pickaxe things, kind of.
Oh, yeah.
Those are like how you go from side to side. Whenever the map opens up anywhere, it'll show you like how far you traveled from whatever location you're at.
So you are the protagonist, and you appear to be a young, not particularly young, but you appear to be a kid. And from what I hear, you have to steal stuff, and you're like a pickpocket, right?
Not exactly. You do play as Kim. That's the boy's name was Kim. He's about 17 years old, maybe just turning 17 when the game starts. Actually, no, he's a bit younger than that when the game starts. I'm simple. You're not exactly a pickpocket. I just went through this run displaying some more of the steely tactics. What your actual goal is, well, last thing, there is no actual goal, I should say. Stealing is a factor in this game that you can do, but it's not exactly always recommended. What it does is that it just kind of helps your survival. So, if you're hungry and you have no other choice, like you're going to die, you can break into homes, or you can beg for food.
There's a lot going on here in this information panel.
There is a lot. There are some people that you talk to that are just walking around, and they're just common people. You talk to them, and sometimes they'll have an option of dialogue, as in beg or slave or stuff like that. If you talk about what they are, if they're a slave to someone, then you can talk to them about that. Most of it does nothing, but then there are some people that are kind of like, they will give you quest lines, or they have special dialogue that will unlock new dialogue, and so on and so forth. And it all leads to, some of them might give you free stuff, like there's a guy that has given me a med kit before, which are very rare and very expensive. No matter what conversation you have, you will always get merit.
So no matter what conversation, you always get merit out of it? Even like, what if you cuss the guy out?
Good point. Not 100% of the conversations, you're right. If you beg to someone at a stable for food, you will lose like 1 merit, depending. But if someone has an ill conversation with you, usually you just kind of, like Kim assumes, like, wow, this guy was in a bad mood or whatever, and you still get some merit, but not all of it.
Interesting. So what is the overarching goal in this game?
The game starts you off with, you are the Shika, is I believe the enunciation of it, to a llama from a faraway land. And your actual goal is to help him visit these 4 sacred places for his travels, and you kind of travel as his Shika, his follower. He's teaching you, but at the same time, you don't have to follow that. This game, you tell your own story, and you can tell it as many times as you want to tell it.
Why did all those people's vision just turn gray around you? Did you do something wrong?
There's modes in this. In the lower right hand corner of the screen, you'll see at the very lower right, there's 2 buttons. The red button is combat mode, and you can see where everybody is facing. The other button is a stealth mode. You move a bit slower, and you can also see where everybody's facing, but you won't look hostile while you're doing it. And that one, you can click on someone without beating the crap out of them.
Huh.
Helps from breaking into homes.
So how many, like, I noticed that you can walk, like, kind of fast, and then it seems like if you double click, you, like, run really, really fast.
I think that is how it works. I mostly just clicked normally. I kept shifting between stealth and normal running.
So do you think does sprinting make you hungrier faster?
Hunger is determined naturally. It's more of an overtime thing, because when you travel, it takes hours to do so, or even days. And the timer clicks down naturally in the lower left-hand corner. You'll see a dial. After so long, you will get hungry, but eating food will bring up health, maybe happiness, and it'll stop you from getting hungry over a certain amount of time. So bread, like, you'll go 2 hours without needing to eat again, while curry, it's like 12 hours.
What is the happiness? There's like a little happiness jar next to the heart. I assume the heart is your hunger?
The heart is your health. Hunger doesn't actually have its own meter. Now, happiness factors into a few things. Happiness will factor into, if you're sad and upset, I believe it actually makes it to where it can affect conversations that you have with people. So if you're too sad, some people might just ignore you, like it's harder to get food if you're begging for food. Other people will feel pity on you and they'll tell you jokes, and you'll unlock special dialogue, and it'll raise your happiness and you'll get on with your existence. A good way to raise happiness is to find someone in a town that will talk to you and actually be friends with you, eating special foods like sweetmeats, and also reading books. And books play another important key role in this game.
So what is your overall opinion of the game? What was your playthrough like? What did you try to do?
In the playthrough here, I was actually trying to do a more of a thievery kind of burglary route, only because at first you have trouble surviving and you don't know what to do until you play the game a little bit. So like I said, you can tell your story as many times as you want. This one I went for a bit more of a I need to survive, and until I get my goods that I need to be a bit of a sneaky thief. But I loved the game. It was a really great game. So, and I'm still playing it. Like it's there. The hours that I have on it doesn't show correctly. It has a slight Steam glitch with that. Like I've played hours and hours and hours. When I checked last time, it said I had 20 minutes on it. It's a lot of fun. If you're into really story-driven games, really heavily story-driven games where you have to read that little bit of extra, then good on you. If you like historical accuracy, this game does have accurate historical points and locations in it that will also tell you more about the building and or location you're in, like mosques and various other religious locations.
Alright guys, so that was Kim, which is a game based off of a novel by Rudyard Kipling. If you like it, like it. If you don't like it, don't like it. Leave a comment down below, join the weekly contest. Don't forget to check out our Patreon. Anything to say? Last parting words, Mr. Paradigm? Jeffers?
Yeah, thank you very much for having me on. It's always a lot of fun. I enjoy a lot of your guys' content. A lot of your reviews seem to be really nice, and they've actually definitely been a big part of if I should buy games or not. So thank you very much for that. Thank you all for watching. I hope you all enjoyed, and have a nice day.
And if you like Mr. Jeffers' content, feel free to hop over to his channel, to link down in the description, and give him a subscribe. He definitely deserves it. Until the next one.